Good morning. It's 11:05 a.m. Do you know where your home equity is? Welcome to the Velocity of Money. Here now to answer your questions about real estate, capital, equity, funding, and finance, your host of the Velocity of Money, Michael J. Barnes.
Now that we're back, when we went to the break, we started talking amongst ourselves at the commercial break about some of these concepts, and I want to really bring this back down to the listener so they understand what this really represents to them. You've got three strategic partners, experts in their field, sitting around this microphone, and the microphones here in the studio, talking about these factors, but let's talk about how it impacts the listening public that's listening to the station right now. Velocity Financial is an expert at all things mortgage related.
Correct.
It represents the largest asset many people have in terms of their home. What we're talking about, we know that the economic pain that exists, Arizona now, you probably read this, has the dubious distinction, according to the latest Case-Shiller Index, of having the greatest property value declines in the country. People are feeling some pressure here, and for those people that want to consider what a loan modification option may do for them, they should call you and talk about what that represents. Then from there, you can refer them to individuals such as Mike Patinella to talk about the tax ramifications, and Mike can speak to some of those items, and then I can talk to them about their overall financial planning needs. But let's start with at the top of this thing, what the loan modification process really represents and who should benefit from it.
Well, the when you talk about when we have talked about all the different things that you could do with your home as a homeowner, there's the loan modification. There's several different types of loan modifications out there. There's the option of a short sale, which can have huge tax ramifications that people may not be aware of. There's the option of foreclosure, which is almost the last thing that you would want to do. And then there's also bankruptcy. The loan modification is for the person that is essentially unable to make their payment because there was a material change. The change that I'm talking about is you're not making nearly the money, there may have been a loss of job, you have one of these mortgages, they're calling them toxic mortgages, it's the new buzzword, that the interest rate's gone up significantly. You need to call the phone number 480-835-6248, that's 480-VELOCITY. We're there to walk you through the steps. We've put together a video that we will send out to you that explains the process essentially on the loan modification. I wouldn't buy the story from some guy with a little ugly yellow sign on the side of the road that says, hey, I can help you and I got a 99% success rate with my loan modifications. That's essentially a guarantee. There's nobody in their right mind that would buy a guarantee, because there are so many different mortgage servicers out there. There are literally thousands of mortgage companies out there, and you cannot predict what any one of these mortgage companies is going to do. Certainly not guarantee anyone any result other than we're going to try our best. That's why we use National Network of Attorneys. 45 out of the 50 states have some sort of recourse involved with the short sales, foreclosures, or loan modifications. This is not something that you can just go to try to figure out, and certainly don't buy into some story that somebody's going to reduce your mortgage by 50%. That's not going to happen, or they have a 99% success rate. Those things, they're just not realistic, and you should know better. Honestly, and I don't mean to put it so bluntly, but let's be honest, you should know better. If it sounds too good to be true, folks, it is. These no-cost loans that their goofballs are selling on the radios, they're no-cost loan, no-cost loan. Hey, you know what? Somebody has to pay for it. And let me tell you, going to one of these big banks to get a loan right now, they're really trying hard to make up all of their losses. So if anybody's offering you something that sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Call an expert. Call somebody that knows what they're doing. Our team has 16 years of loan modification experience. Our national network of attorneys are dedicated to doing loan modifications and work with almost every major lender. Use a pro. Give us a call at 480-VELOCITY. That's 480-835-6248. Now, Mike, I wanted to throw it over to you, reiterate just a few of these things. When we talk about the different options that people are looking at, the reality of it is the loan modification, if possible, is by far their best, correct?
that would appear to be the case. You don't want to file bankruptcy. That would be your last choice. You know, trying to say that you're insolvent might be difficult when you're factoring all your assets. So, you know, the foreclosures and the short sales, I think those just destroy your credit. Am I right on that?
You know, yes, in most cases, yes, they do. It's possible to get a short sale done where you're not late on your mortgage, so you wouldn't have any impact on your credit because there's no mortgage lates. But there's still debt that has not been forgiven, and your mortgage company isn't going to just leave your credit report alone. They're not. It isn't. That's silly to think that you're going to be able to sell your home and on a short, stiff the bank for $100,000 for whatever reason, legitimate or otherwise, and they're just going to leave you alone. It doesn't work that way. It just doesn't.